we Europeans are responsible for these atrocities in Gaza. And my question to my friends, especially in Germany, who object to the use of the term genocide for what's happening in Rafah as we speak, is this. For how long are you going to permit your guilt over the Holocaust to justify, to legitimize, and to weaponize the genocide of the Palestinian people? How many rivers of Palestinian blood need to flow before you feel cleansed of your guilt over the Holocaust? We have to stop sitting on the fence, because that makes us complicit in a crime against humanity. The Israeli right has managed to hide behind the specter of the Holocaust with immense efficiency to co-opt social democrats, liberals, progressives, anti-fascists in a manner that their own fascism, the fascism of the Zionist right, of the Netanyahus, of Likud, they've succeeded in effectively gaining immunity. In Germany today, you can only talk about genocide if you support it. Israeli ministers are completely free to talk about a greater Israel from the river to the sea. That's genocide of the Palestinians. But if you oppose the genocide, you cannot talk about it. And that is all done under the cloak of identifying anti-Semitism with anti-Zionism. Once upon a time, that would not have been possible. Once upon a time, Willy Brandt, the Social Democrat chancellor in Germany, or Bruno Kreisky, the equivalent in Austria, talked very sensibly about the need, on the one hand, to support the Jews' right to live in peace and without fear of anti-Semitism in a manner that is balanced out by Palestinian rights. Today, that is simply not possible. Our leaders in the West have to understand that they cannot be liberal, they cannot be democratic, if they support the idea of an exclusively Jewish state. What would they say if I were to support an exclusively Greek Orthodox Greece? I think that I would be immediately denounced as anti-European, anti-liberal, anti-democratic, a xenophobe. Bear that in mind. For centuries, we Europeans, not just the Germans or the British, we have collectively persecuted the Jewish people. We have effected one pogrom after the next. And then at some point, we, the powers that be in Europe, decided that this is a time to farm out the Jews to a land which is declared empty, along with the Zionist ideology. Zionism started with a slogan, a land without a people, for a people without a land. That harks back to white settlement. When the British disembarked in today's New South Wales in Australia, they declared Australia to be terra nullius, an empty land. By assumption, the Aborigines, the natives, were not humans. And then they proceeded towards their genocide to take over the land. The Zionist slogan, a land without a people, is again the first step towards the dehumanization of natives and essentially a proclamation of a genocide.